Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Jeremy Shipe.
Jeremy Shipe? Yikes. I understand you're going to Hastings next week. Is that right?
Next week sometime, yeah.
What are you going to do down there?
Oh, we're going to have a baby.
Well, that should be exciting.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Got it scheduled in, or at least temporarily?
Yeah, loosely.
Yeah.
You know, you can schedule or think that something's going to happen however you want, but the baby's going to come when it's ready, I guess. So
yeah.
It could go down there and sit around for a week. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, that's exciting, and that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another member of the radio family.
Mm-hmm.
Keep adding.
Yeah.
That's good. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
And if you want advice on how to raise kids, don't ask me.
Don't ask you? Okay. You know who I should ask?
I think there's probably some experts out there, but most of us, I think, found that when they pop into this world, they're all so much different that there's not one book that will work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
got to learn on the fly.
Yep.
It's all right. I'm good with that.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine. It's going to
Cool.
be good. Speaking of, well, that would be a birthday when that happens,
Mm-hmm.
so let's celebrate birthdays today. We have a few local birthdays. Don Switzer celebrating a birthday. Lynette Doan over in Ansley. Happy birthday, Lynette. Nancy Slodchek is celebrating a birthday. Bodell Jordan and Kylie Warner also celebrating birthdays, along with Susan Rawlings. Those are some local birthdays that we're aware of. You're celebrating a birthday with, and if you're out there celebrating one yourself, you and John Travolta are having a birthday today.
Nice. How old is John now?
68.
68.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He's had clear back from this TV show Welcome Back, Kotter, to Saturday Night Fever, to Pulp Fiction. He's been in a lot of films, most of them pretty good.
Yeah, I love Pulp Fiction.
I do too.
That's a good movie.
Our little friend Brent's never seen it before.
He's never seen Pulp Fiction,
No.
and he's a movie connoisseur.
Yeah, I think it's too edgy for him.
Oh man, it's great.
Yeah.
You
I've
can't
watched it
beat
many
the
times.
diner scene.
Well,
It's the best.
The car scene where they accidentally shoot the guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad too, but it's entertaining, unfortunately. Dennis DeYoung is 75 today. He is a member of the band Styx, wrote
Cool.
7 of their top 8 singles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yoko Ono, wife of John Lennon, is 89 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old's John?
Well, he was younger than her, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, she was quite a bit older than he was.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, it was 40 when he was killed. That's been many years ago. So.
Yeah. So I wonder what. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
If he was, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. You know, artists were sometimes typically much older than their spouses, or much younger.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't typically close in age. So I wonder where he sat.
Well, yeah, I'd have to. It was 19. Well, we'll get into that another time. Matt Dillon is 58 today. Starred as a teen actor in Flamingo Kid and The Outsiders. He's been in Drugstore Cowboy, and probably the one that really got attention, or maybe still gets a lot of attention, is the movie There's Something About Mary. That was a big hit. And Vanna White.
Vanna.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yes.
Still flipping the numbers.
Still doing it. Still looks like she's 30, but she's 65 today.
65.
Yeah.
Wow.
At one time I think there was talk about replacing her.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it didn't go over very well. And she's still a great personality and does a great job. So.
Well, I remember when, she used to have to turn the letters.
Yes.
And she just started to develop carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
And so they changed them to touch screens, where she just touched the screen and the letters would reveal themselves, and it helped her arm and her wrist.
Well, after
how many
repetitions.
how many letters do you think she's turned over in her life? Someone should do that math.
Oh, man.
I bet someone could look back and see how many.
Well, it'd be on video if they saved it.
Wow.
I also saw an interview with her, and maybe you folks out there did too, when she actually did the show for a little while due to illness.
Yeah.
And she said it was really a nerve-wracking but wonderful experience. She did a good job.
Yeah, she tried. She held her own, I guess. Yeah. You can have a hard time like matching what Pat does.
Yeah, his sense of humor and the way he handles things, it really fits the show. But
yeah,
she filled in nicely. She's 65 today. Also, just so you know, Jeremy, it's National Cow Milked While Flying in an Airplane Day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all done that before.
Well, first time was in 1930 when they had a cow on a plane and they had to milk it, and it was documented. So on this day in 1930, they milked the first cow in an airplane.
I guess there's a day for everything.
Yeah.
They ever milked a cow in space?
Not yet.
There you go. That's going to be my claim to fame.
Boy, you'd have, now I'm thinking.
Space milk.
Yeah, but you also have space manure. So you're going to.
Well, just send it out in space.
I
hope it never comes down.
They're doing that with all the metal pieces up there. Why not put manure up there?
Yeah, they're just flying around into infinity.
I mean, they've actually had problems of space junk damaging the space stations up there.
Mm-hmm. I think manure wouldn't hurt it.
Just be a little splat.
Yeah, a little splatter. There's always some astronauts up there. They just clean the windows.
If they got them inside and dried them out, they could use them for fuel.
There you go. Space cows, space manure, space fuel from the manure, renewable energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good idea. That's a breakfast show idea right there.
Yep. If they steal it.
We've had a lot of things stolen.
Ours first. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of them not even, well, some of them haven't went anywhere, but that one has potential.
Yeah.
Last but not least, National Caregivers Day, third Friday in February, probably one of the most important days set aside, much more important than National Cow Milk While Flying Airplane Day, honoring the healthcare professionals who put their own health and safety at risk during COVID and any time, not just COVID. They're there for folks who need them all across America. Millions of peoples out there who provide daycare. So good day for that. For you, I know you're a basketball fan, start of the NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, there's some good parts to it, some that are kind of cringy, but none as bad as the All-Star football game. That's just pretty much pointless at this point, the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl, I'm with you.
Why play two-hand touch? They're professionals. I'd be able to go without watching a minute of that.
I don't know why you'd play in it personally.
I don't know why you'd pay for a ticket to go to it. I want to see people get tackled.
Probably because you can afford them. You know, there's a lot of football games that are big anymore. You can't afford to go, but still.
That's true. I'm a Bears fan. I can't afford to walk in the stadium.
Yeah. It's getting ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we have, of course, a busy show today. We're going to squeeze things down here a little bit because we're going to turn things over to Brent and the guys, the coaches, in the 9 o'clock hour, much like yesterday, to get them started because they'll be beginning at 9:30, and I know they'll want to do a setup on that. Lots of results yesterday, live action called on the radio, and more of that today and tonight. This is the big day and night where, the competition is really keen. It's it's good all the way through, but it seems like Friday really gets, because that's elimination day. And
yep, the heartbreak round.
Yeah.
Lots of passionate wrestlers out there today. It'll be a blast, and the guys are going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're wallowing in it. They love it, and they pass that along to you. We will be visiting with Rick Nelson with Custer Public Power today, and Mid-Plains Community College will be in, and we're going to catch up with Chantil today from the Pizza Hut. We missed her the other day, and we talk about a few things. Other than that, I'll just at this moment talk a little bit real quick about Stan at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow. Super Bowl is past. We're getting ready for spring activities, and they're ready for you. If you're going to start doing some, late winter, spring activities out there, and getting a crew in or something like that, and you need a cooler filled up, talk to Stan about it. They'll take care of you, and you get free ice with purchase. And they just want you to know they appreciate your business and would love to have you stop in. If you haven't stopped in for a while, take a look and see what they have. One of the things that Stan prides himself on, and the crew does as well, is that they don't have glitzy specials. They don't have, what they call leader items to get you in the door. They just have everyday fair prices. And Stan checks the competition and make sure he's right in the middle there. And you don't have to worry when you go buy your spirits or any pop or anything else that it's going to be terribly higher than it should be. They just always make sure that it's fair. And they got great people, good staff, and they're open 7 days a week right across from Gateway Motors in Broken Bow, right next to Subway there in Vet Care. And they'd love to have you stop in. I don't know, there's just something about a spirit store. You can pick up products in a lot of different places anymore. A lot of folks who live around here, Jeremy, remember when you could not get any adult beverages on Sunday at all.
At all, yeah.
And except there would be maybe Ansley had a license to sell, and so a lot of people would take a little drive down and to Ansley, was just kind of a cool thing. But you can get adult beverages just any day, about anywhere anymore. But there's just something nice about going into a shop who specializes in that, I think.
Yeah.
And they'll get things for you that maybe they don't have on the shelf that you'd like to try. They know their customers. They keep things stocked that particular customers come in and get. So it's real personal. Stop into the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow. They'd love to have you stop in and do some business with them. And also, of course, have a nice visit. They're always willing to have a little chat with you unless there's a long line. All right. Let's go ahead, if you don't mind, and take care of a couple of the live reads. I think I've got them there for you, Jeremy.
Okay.
Whichever one you'd like. We have a job opening, and we want to talk a little bit about Nebraska Land Hearing as well.
Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is hiring an early childhood infant-toddler teacher in Broken Bow. It's a full-time position with a starting wage between $15 and $16.50 per hour, depending on your qualifications. They also include benefits like health, dental, life, and vision insurance, flexible 4-day working schedule, 11 paid holidays, you get your paid birthday off, and an employer-matched retirement up to 3%, and that's not even all of the benefits. Qualifications include a CDA certificate. They prefer AA or BA in early childhood, a valid Nebraska driver's license and working phone, and previous experience working with infants 0 to 3 and their families. General duties include primary care and lesson planning for infants and toddlers, and conducting parent meetings and completing various reports. For an application, contact them at 745-0780 extension 0, or apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. An early childhood infant toddler teacher being hired at Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership in Broken Bow.
All right. Now, I have to ask you a question. I know, again, you're busy in the back. You don't always get to listen to the show. But when Brent's here, sometimes I ask him a question, and he doesn't either hear me or he's not paying attention. How can you tell the difference?
I think it's the eyes.
Well, I don't really like looking into Brent's eyes.
Yeah, if his eyes give a reaction, that's
Okay.
usually, yeah.
Okay. Well, I find that as you go along, being in noisy places when you're younger doesn't seem to bother you. Get a little older, you get in a noisy place, and you're right across the table from somebody, and you're only catching part of what's happening. And then in some cases, that happens when it isn't even noisy. And you're just wonder. And if you have any questions in your mind, is my hearing okay? Why not get it, looked at, get it checked?
Yeah, or, if you've got someone that is using selective hearing on you,
yes.
That's not something that is, medically a problem.
No, I think that's what Brent has.
If you tell him, do you need to go and see Roxanne? That selective hearing might just go right out the window.
That's a good idea.
She can also be used in that way.
Yeah. Say, you better go get your hearing checked at Roxanne's.
Then they'll start hearing everything all of a sudden.
Or they won't. They need to get a hearing aid.
Or they won't, and then Roxanne with Nebraska Land Hearing Center. She is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience, and she's right in Broken Bow. So if you struggle with hearing or you're worried about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings, stop in to see Roxanne. She can help. Right now, she has free hearing evaluations and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, and extended discounts for buying local, up to $2,000 off. So you don't need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha, Denver, even Kearney or Grand Island. She's right in Broken Bow, and she has the experience you're looking for when it comes to something like this. So give her a call, 384-3852, to make an appointment. She'll meet any pricing quoted from other offices in the state of Nebraska, and she's in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bo Bootery. Again, the number 384-3852 for Nebraska Land Hearing Center, 384-3852. Give Roxanne a call. You know what? The first time that, if you do need a hearing instrument and you pop it in your ear and use it, you'll be amazed at what you've been missing out. And That's what she lives for.
That's what she does. And, of course, after you buy those hearing aids, service is free. Once you're her customer, you can go in and have adjustments and have things checked, and there's no charge for that. So stop in and see Roxanne real soon. We'll take a time out. These words.
Hello, cattlemen. This is J.W. Simonson with Minard Simonson Angus, inviting you to our annual bull sale Saturday, February 19th. We will be featuring 110 yearling Angus bulls and 20 commercial heifers. Also, by private treaty, 100 first calf heifer pairs. View our catalog and video at minardsimonson.com or join us on Facebook or contact myself at 308-880-0079. That's Minard Simonson Annual Bull Sale, Saturday, February 19th, 1 p.m. at the ranch near Dunning, Nebraska.
We all love different things. It's what makes us unique. Baking, tinkering in the garage, sewing, working out. There's all kinds of loves and passions out there. But what they love at Myers Iron Salvage is taking metal off your hands and stuffing your pockets full of bills. It's not for everyone, but it's their passion. So load up your metals and get them to Myers Iron Salvage on Rhino Road outside of Broken Bow. They'll pay you top dollar. That's Myers Iron Salvage and Roll-Offs of Broken Bow.
Breaking news. Nebraska Farm Bureau endorses Republican Jim Pillen. Here's Mark McHarg, president of Nebraska Farm Bureau.
Hi, this is Mark McHarg. Nebraska Farm Bureau is proud to endorse conservative Republican Jim Pillen. Jim's agricultural roots run deep. He understands the challenges facing farm and ranch families because he's one of us. Jim Pillen has a proven record of results, building a successful, family-owned business right here in Nebraska, creating more than 1,000 Nebraska jobs. And Jim has always defended our family values. Jim is a conservative who will fight to fix our broken tax code, control spending, grow our economy, and create a more prosperous future for all Nebraskans. Jim Pillen has the integrity, experience, and vision needed to keep Nebraska great and help our ag producers succeed. Join Nebraska Farm Bureau members in supporting Jim Pillen for governor.
Paid for by Jim Pillen for governor.
Grocery Cart in Broken Bow is always excited to mark great prices for you. Save right now on certified Angus beef rump roast at $5.98 a pound. Grocery Cart's own homemade pork sausage is $2.98 a pound. Dole juice blends are 2 for $5, and 4-pound bags of California Navel oranges are $4.98. They've marked a great deal on General Mills cereals as well, 4 for $10. In the bakery, fresh baked frosted cinnamon roll 4 counts are $2.48. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
10 minutes before the hour, we have some school lunch menus here that we can get to, and I have to get myself caught up. I apologize. I think yesterday I was talking off and on about things coming up, and for some reason yesterday for Dave was Friday. But this is actually Friday. I was a day ahead. You ever get to where you're off a day and you can't get that corrected?
Mm-hmm.
I kept thinking it was Friday, but today's Friday.
Yep.
This is the 18th. So today at SEM, it's pizza pasta.
No school at Sargent today, so I'll read Broken Bow's first. They are serving cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, toasted cheese sandwich with creamy tomato soup, fresh baked ham and turkey sub, or a grilled chicken salad with roasted flatbread.
At Thedford today, meatloaf, peas, and dinner roll.
No school at Arcadia today.
All right. At Anselmo Myrna, they're showing Pizza Hut pizza, toasted cheese sandwich with creamy tomato soup, roasted ham and cheddar deli wrap, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
No school at Ansley or Litchfield today either.
Wow. Callaway, they're having beef and noodles today, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
At St. Hills Dunning, ham wraps, Jell-O cups, chips, and brownies. And at Gothenburg, ham and scallop, ham and scallop potatoes, quesadillas, and pizza at Gothenburg.
All right. We'll be back to play the game right after these words.
Stay up to date on your bank accounts no matter where your schedule takes you. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers has just listed for sale the Divine Ranch located in southern Custer County, Nebraska. This 2,700-acre combination ranch is offered in 3 tracts or as a whole, with a center pivot, dry land, and quality hardland range. The South Loop River runs through the ranch, providing for good sub-irrigated meadows and ample hunting opportunities. This is the first time this ranch has been for sale since it was homesteaded in 1889. Call me, John Farley, or check it out at lashleyland.com.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason: their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
7:54. Let's play the game and give away a prize here. What do you want to give away this morning? Hey, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Since we're kind of crunched for time, why don't we
just make it a whole shebang here, the $25 gift card.
Yeah. Think that'll work?
I think that should work.
Okay.
Let's give it away to someone who maybe hasn't won one yet, if we can get that accomplished. We kind of want to try to spread these around, folks, and we've had some repeat winners, and we want to kind of we don't have any formal rules as far as giveaways go. We just hope that you allow some other people an opportunity to win some prizes. So
yeah, and that's really on me. I should announce that before we do the game. One winner of a card per family. I should have been doing that. And so the folks who called in and won a couple of times, hey, more power to you, but we'd like to spread them out here a little bit. So for those of you who haven't won a $25 gift card as yet, here's your chance.
Yes.
Now, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts, because that is the $25 gift card we're going to be giving away here next. And Brubaker's is a wonderful destination, barista bar, gift shop. They also have much more under the roof in that historic building that they're in on Main Street of Arnold. They offer novelty gifts and toys, gorgeous decor in a variety of styles. They have lotions, jewelry, purses, candles, and, of course, coffee. The Dark Canyon coffee, the Piper Leaf teas can be prepared in your favorite drink combination, as well as they offer baked treats any time of the day as well. Breakfast burritos in the morning are available. If you've not stopped in yet, grab some friends and take a drive to Arnold to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. And they would love to have you stop in. I think they're closed on Mondays, as I remember, but stop in any other time, Tuesday through Saturday.
Yep.
It's a great place. Gathering spot for everybody.
And they've got great drinks for anybody. You know, if you're not a big coffee fan, they've got smoothies and things like that as well that are great.
All right, so this is a $25 gift card to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. What's your question, Jeremy?
All right, our question, which you're going to want to call 872-280-14. for. I know not everyone always knows the number, and I want to give everyone a chance to call in. So 872-2801. We're still talking about love songs for the month of love.
Oh.
So our question today, which memorable love song from 1986 opens with the line, "I've never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight"? Was it A, Green-Eyed Lady, B, Black Magic Woman, C, Brown-Eyed Girl, or D, Lady in Red?
Ooh, those are all good ones. The phone's ringing. We'll pick it up while you listen to these words.
Winter clearance savings continue to rise at Bo Bootery, your home-owned shoe store. There's definitely some winter left, so save on these things that you can wear right now. 40% off of winter shoes, snow boots, bear paws, and fashion boots. And to go with them, socks, leggings, and tights are marked down too. Thurlow and Dan Post socks are $5 per pack. Overboots are half off, and some Western boots are on sale as well. Oh man, these savings are so sweet. Winter clearance 40% off going on right now at Bo Bootery.
Baco Transfer is hiring for positions at their family-owned, operated, and friendly business. Positions include a full-time mechanic, full-time service manager, and full-time truck drivers. Some benefits available include health insurance, life insurance, supplemental insurance, 401k with company match, PTO, and paid holidays. To apply or learn more, stop in the office in Litchfield or visit bacotransfer.com/hiring. Baco Transfer. Apply and join their family.
GK Wine and Spirits prides themselves on offering you a great variety at low prices. 6 packs of Bud Light, Busch Light, Coors Light, Miller 64, Miller Genuine Draft, and Miller High Life are all $6.98. Pabst Blue Ribbon Hard Coffee 4 packs are $8.48, and save on Jack Daniel's Country Cocktail 6 packs $7.48. 750s of Jose Cuervo Tequila are $16.98, and Kinky Liqueur is $17.98. Quadia Electra Wine is marked at only $11.98. GK Wine and Spirits inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
It's midnight. Banking time. Really? Well, yeah. I just got back from watching my son play the sport he loves 2.5 hours away. My family's asleep, and I have a little bit of quiet. Need to look at and sign our loan renewal? Done. Need to deposit a check? On it. Need to transfer some money to my daughter in college? Taken care of. Nebraska State Bank has the ability to make sure I can do my banking when it fits my schedule. So yeah, midnight is banking time. My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC. We all love different things. It's what makes us unique. Baking, tinkering in the garage, sewing, working out. There's all kinds of loves and passions out there. But what they love at Myers Iron Salvage is taking metal off your hands and stuffing your pockets full of bills. It's not for everyone, but it's their passion. So load up your metals and get them to Myers Iron Salvage on Rhino Road outside of Broken Bow. They'll pay you top dollar. That's Myers Iron Salvage and Roll-Offs of Broken Bow.
And we have our caller on the line. Mary's on the line. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Thanks for waiting. We had kind of a big block of commercials there, so appreciate you waiting to answer the question. I haven't got to talk to you for a while, Mary.
I know. It's been a long time.
I used to recognize your voice right away when you called in, but it's been so long that you kind of stumped us.
Yeah, well, age does that to you.
Oh, let's not talk about that, Mary. Let's talk about how you can win a $25 gift card to Brewbakers. Here's Jeremy.
Okay, Mary, which love song from 1986 opens with the line, "I've never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight"? Was it Green-Eyed Lady, Black Magic Woman, Brown-Eyed Girl, or Lady in Red?
It's Lady in Red by Krista Berg.
Wow.
Oh, she knew the artist.
Woo. Was that one of your faves?
It is. It actually is.
Good, good. So how you been?
I've been doing good.
Are you...
I've been staying busy. Yeah.
Good. You're sub-teaching today?
Yes, I am. I'm on my way to Callaway. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what class?
I'm teaching agriculture. Yep.
Well, that's good.
I'm in the ag class today.
Well, you've got a guy you live with that knows a little bit about agriculture. Maybe you could, hone some things from him.
Well, I asked him to come speak at the classes, but I got to know.
Oh, John.
Oh, bummer.
Gosh. Well, come see us when you're this way. We'll have the card here for you for $25 to Brewbakers, and I know you know what that's like, so congratulations.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah, take care.
Thanks.
You too.
All right.
Have a
That's
good day.
you too. That's Mary Bischler from the Arnold area. Haven't talked to Mary for a long time. That was great. And she is going to enjoy her $25 gift card.
Yes.
Because I imagine she stops in there quite often. So, All right. We're going to catch up on some news and continue with the show here on this Friday.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Extreme weather this morning on both sides of the Atlantic. First to the UK. Danger of life warnings have been posted in Britain with one wind gust recorded at 122 miles an hour. Parts of the roof have been ripped off at O2 Arena. Schools there are closed. CBS's Moldal Lengi on a storm that swept the U.S.
Record-breaking snowfall fell in Kansas City, Missouri, where they reached more than half a foot of snow in one day. While elsewhere in the state, the St. Louis area was battered with heavy rain and flooding.
Just in, the U.S. and Russian defense ministers have spoken by phone. Secretary Lloyd Austin from Warsaw, where he's met with the Polish defense secretary in person on Russia-Ukraine tensions. He says there's no sign Russian troops are backing off the borders.
It includes a number of things in terms of moving closer to the border, dispersal of troops, increasing logistical capabilities.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A man from Nebraska and a woman from Texas were jailed after shots were fired during a police chase in the north-central Kansas town of Concordia. The chase began Wednesday afternoon after Concordia police stopped a pickup truck pulling a trailer as it drove through the town. Cloud County Sheriff's deputies joined in the chase as it went out of Concordia and into the county. During the chase, a suspect fired at the officers, and a Concordia police officer fired back. No one was injured. The chase headed back through Concordia but ended when the driver lost control of the truck. The driver, Jacob Lyman of Bennett, Nebraska, was arrested on several traffic and drug charges. His passenger, Valerie Sanchez of Temple Bell, Texas, was booked into jail on several drug charges as well. The Concordia police officer who fired at the vehicle was placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. Police continued to investigate a murder from Tuesday morning in Grand Island. Authorities announced on Thursday that said 30-year-old Said Farah of Grand Island was the victim. Officials completed an autopsy on Wednesday and are awaiting the results. Police do not think that any possible suspects are randomly targeting victims. According to KNSNB Local 4, police responded to a call at an apartment complex in the 300 block of South Pine Street around 6 a.m. on Tuesday. Farah had suffered an apparent puncture wound and was dead by the time first responders arrived. Police are asking for the public's help in solving the case. They request that anyone with information on the incident contact the Grand Island Police Department.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, we had the final games before the All-Star break in a battle of big-name All-Stars. The Sixers beat the Bucks in Milwaukee 123-120. Joel Embiid led Philadelphia with 42 points and 14 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 32 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists in a losing effort for Milwaukee. Double overtime for the Heat to beat the Hornets 111-107. Miami at the break moves back on top in the Eastern Conference, a half game up on Chicago. Luka Doncic, 49 points, 15 rebounds for the Mavericks in a 125-118 win over the Pelicans. Wizards knock knock off the Nets 117-103. Clippers roll over the Rockets 142-111. One note from the NBA, Lakers star Anthony Davis will miss at least 4 weeks with a mid-foot sprain he suffered Wednesday against Utah. Top 25 college basketball, 5 ranked teams in action, including number 3 Arizona, who beat Oregon State 83-69. Also wins in the top 25 for number 13 UCLA, number 14 Houston, 17th ranked USC, and number 21 Murray State.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have sunny to partly cloudy conditions, with winds becoming gusty out of the west at 15 to 25, high temperatures working up into the upper 50s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy will drop to a low in the upper teens. For Saturday, abundant sunshine reaching a high of 56, and still very mild even into your Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy climbing to 63. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's 6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we always appreciate that. 25 degrees outside. We'll call it mostly clear now as the clouds are giving away. Kind of a nice sunrise this morning due to that little layer of clouds out there, but it's kind of given up in a clear sky here now. Winds are out of the west-southwest, 5 to 10. Barometric pressure now rising after being steady. It's at 30.03 currently. Humidity at 73%. Our high yesterday, 35. That came to us along about 5 o'clock yesterday with an overnight low of 21. Sunset today at 6:15. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:29 as our days are getting longer. And we do not have anything to talk about in the rain gauge, so we're going to talk about being careful with any burning out there. A red flag up for any burning of any kind. It is so dry out there right now, so please be careful.
It's very, very dry. Gavin and I were talking about this the other day. The interesting thing about red flag warnings is it has little to nothing to do with the amount of precipitation that has fallen, but rather the humidity in the air. So even though there might not be an actual red flag warning out, that's when you're kind of dependent on to, kind of use your head and decide whether or not it's worth it to light a fire, which right now with the lack of precipitation for a long time, probably not a good idea. In fact, after one of those recent fires, the Broken Bow Volunteer Fire Department reminded everyone that they themselves have a no burn ban in place. Right. And, all within our listening area, we haven't had much precipitation. So burning, probably not a good idea, especially when you figure that if your fire gets out of control, those firefighters have to come out and tend to that again. And, they're volunteers. That's work for them. That can be avoided.
Yeah, and as you say, it's volunteers, and we need to keep that in mind. I think if we fudge a little bit sometimes and think, we can go ahead and do this, and then there is a fire, departments from all over may be called in, and they're all volunteers for the most part. A few exceptions. They have jobs. They have things going on, but they dedicate their time to our safety. So I think we can help them out just by not doing anything around sparks or fire until we get some moisture on the ground here. It's just
even as little as keeping those cigarettes in your car. You shouldn't flick them out in the first place, but keep them in there.
Yep. And sure don't want to be doing any welding outside where there's any grass around. Always have some water with you if you're going to do something like that where you know there's going to be some sparks so you can get it put out right away. All right, we'll take a time out. We'll come back right after these words.
The Secret Garden is open this weekend, Friday from 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30. Go and save between 30 and 60% off of winter and home decor, only excluding candles. Plus, antiques are marked at 20% off. Exciting news! Plant sheets are ready, so get your pre-orders in. Whatever season you are facing, God is in it with you. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
Ansley Lumber and Supply in Ansley is your go-to destination for all of your building needs. Need new siding? Well, they offer top-of-the-line products from James Hardie and LP Smart Siding. After you get your new siding, take a look at their premium decking from TimberTech or Armadillo. Ansley Lumber and Supply has a great selection of metal for buildings. Don't forget about those shingles. They offer GAF shingles to protect those new buildings. To top it all off, check out their line of Therma-Tru doors to keep the environment outside. Give Ansley Lumber and Supply a call for your next project or stop in downtown Ansley.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey everyone, do you know what time it is? It's tuxedo time! Yes, prom season is right around the corner and wedding season is right behind. We've new styles and great colors to choose from for prom, plus we'll give $10 back to your after prom party for each tux rented. If you're planning a wedding this year, register at Chapin's for a 10% discount on the entire wedding party with 5 paid tuxes. We're ready to make your event extra special and you'll look your best. It's Chapin's, downtown Broken Bow.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply. And then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
12 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, right on time. Our next guest, Casey Johnson, is here from Mid-Plains Community College. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
Good to have you along.
Thanks.
If you don't mind, I'd like to back up and talk about the reception real quick that you held at the school following Don Davis's funeral service.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work put into it, both by the family and you guys. Sounds like people really enjoyed looking back and remembering all the things that Don accomplished for us.
Boy, there were a lot of stories told, that's for sure. And the college was packed full, so that's exactly the way that Don would have wanted it, I know. So it was a good evening of celebration. Don will be missed, but never forgotten. So
yeah. Well, a big part of the beginning of what we're seeing today that you're enjoying working in and with the facility that you have, it's beautiful. And things have changed a little bit from COVID to today, simply because we've learned more about working and doing communication differently, but still the classroom is needed as well. So you've got it all.
Well, we try. We have a lot of space and a lot of room, and we have a lot of different groups and organizations and things that come and meet there. We're in the middle of planning for a big art show this summer that's going to be all over the campus. I mean, it's just the amount of the variety of things that we hold there is really kind of fascinating. So we get to be involved in a lot of things. We like it.
Dancing to data, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nursing, of course, a big part of what is offered there. That's always a big one. And we know that we don't have enough nurses, so keep up the good work. What do you want to highlight today?
Well, Fancy, you mentioned dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Our country dance class is starting on Sunday, and I think it's funny because, when COVID hit, things like country dance had to be put on the back burner there for a while, and I think people are craving some connection and learning. So our country dance class is scheduled to start on Sunday, this Sunday the 20th, here in just a couple of days, and it is almost over full at this point. Yes, I think Shelley told me we have 15 couples that are coming to country dance, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. The Wrights love to have at least 10 couples, and sometimes we've struggled getting up to 10. You know, we get 8, 7 or 8, and that's a pretty good group. But I think we're up to 15 couples. But we still have room for at least a couple more. So a couple more couples. So, today's your last chance to sign up if you want to come to country dance. We have a whole family that is coming to country dance because they're getting ready for a wedding. So they all want to learn how to dance.
They want to. Well, that's a great idea.
I know. I thought that was kind of a fun thing. So it'll start on Sunday evening. Runs from 7 to 9 right there at the college. We do it out in the shop. Might not be exactly what they intended that shop for, but it sure works great for country dancing. So we move the welders out of the way and we do some dancing.
Got a nice even floor to dance on.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. So we're pretty excited for that one. But that's coming up here this week. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is you guys know how we always talk about we're working months in advance. So we are just getting ready to kick off our fall registration push, which is, we'll be here before we know it. It always is. Our registration will open for current students on March 7th and new students on March 14th. So you've got just under a month to start planning for fall and get your actually summer and fall registrations in and get going on that. So it's never too soon to start. While you're looking at classes and planning for those semesters, you can also be planning for how you're going to pay for them. Mm-hmm. It's always important. Mid-Plains' scholarship deadline is March 1st, which is coming up here on a Tuesday. So highly encourage students, if you are considering Mid-Plains next fall, please fill out that scholarship application. It's done all online. Click it, submit it, and you're done. And the chances of you getting an institutional scholarship are pretty high. So make sure that you get that scholarship deadline in. If you're a graduating senior and you're considering Mid-Plains or really anywhere else, a lot of scholarship deadlines are March 1st. So make sure that you get those in. I know seniors are working on those diligently now, but those are things that you can get done before it's time to actually register for those classes. So.
Okay. And how does it work for the students who are in school currently getting that head start on college credits? Is the window open theirs at the same time? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we will start registering all of our early entry students. That's a big task that we undertake here in the next month or so. But we like to have that done before students leave for summer. So we make sure that they know what they're going to be taking. As a mom, it helps me plan financially what's going to be due in August or September. And it just helps us out in the rush of when school starts in August is not the time to be registering for all those classes. So we always have a few stragglers that we take care of in August, but we like to get the bulk done here in March and April, at least before they leave for the summer. So we'll start in on that as well.
Well, the scholarships aren't guaranteed, but you mentioned that you have a pretty good chance of receiving one if applied. Now, Jeremy went to college, and I don't know if he applied for grants, but, a lot of the scholarships, I should say, that you apply for are kind of long shots in some cases. And that makes it a little hard to fill all that paperwork out if you feel like it's, 10% chance or something, I think, Jeremy.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of the students that are applying for scholarships from this area, from Custer County, I know my county didn't have anything as great as the Custer County Foundation available to me. And when I moved here and learned about the Custer County Foundation, it's simply amazing what they do for the youth of our area. And they're truly blessed to have that available to them. So take advantage of that.
Absolutely. I just saw the other day they had over 1,000 applications for the Custer County Foundation scholarships. Yeah, so they're sorting through those, but it's definitely scholarship season. Mid-Plains has several, I guess you could call them kind of guaranteed scholarships. So, for example, if you have a certain GPA or you get a certain score on your ACT, you are guaranteed an amount of scholarship. And some of that is all the way up to full tuition paid.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's kind of a good deal.
It's a real good deal. These days, that's a really good deal because it costs money to go to school, and Mid-Plains makes it affordable for some who may not be able to go. So.
Absolutely. There's a lot of activities that you can be involved in at Mid-Plains as well. I was just talking with a parent the other day about, we were talking about that guaranteed scholarship because this parent's son had just taken the ACT, got a really good score, and noticed that we have this guaranteed tuition scholarship. And he's a sophomore in high school and already knows that his tuition is going to be covered. So he was pretty excited about that. And then he found out that we have an esports team, and he was definitely sold after that. So there's a lot of different activities that you can participate in and go to school for relatively cheaply.
Yeah. And sometimes we do. We talk a lot about the academic side with you because that makes sense. But there is basketball, rodeo, and all sorts of other activities that go along with the school in North Platte, right?
Absolutely. Volleyball, basketball, softball. Down in McCook, we have men's golf. Basketball again in McCook. Sometimes that can get confusing. We have two different teams, but they both compete for, one competes for McCook and one competes for North Platte, and they do play each other, and it is quite the rivalry.
I bet.
Yeah. But then the new esports team is getting off the ground. We're talking about a new shooting team. Just things that we know really respond well to students in this area. So, yeah.
And it allows them to do something they love a little bit longer, along with the academic side.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so. It's just an exciting time. It kind of feels like we're tapping our fingers waiting for the next deadline to drop, but that's kind of the good part of this time of year.
Last question. Do you know if Brent is signed up for the dance class? Because he was talking about getting into the dance class with his daughter, I think.
I don't know. I'm going to have to check that out, though.
Well, would you sign him up?
Yes.
He's talking about it. Let's make him get in there and do some dancing. Let's sign him up.
He has officially committed to teaching a class this spring.
That's right. He scored a book for baseball, right?
Yes.
Well, sign him up for the dancing, too, would you?
Well, I think it would be good for him.
I do, too. What do you say, Jeremy? We just put him in.
Yeah, just sign him up for that after he gets back from state wrestling. And
I'll just tell him, Brent, we're going to need you at the college for a couple hours on Saturday. He's great. Comes and helps if we need move chairs or whatever. I'll just tell him, I need your help on Sunday night about 6:45-ish.
And bring your cowboy boots,
by
the way.
And wear your cowboy hat. Don't ask why.
Exactly.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out. We'll be back.
Grocery Cart in Broken Bow is always excited to mark great prices for you. Save right now on certified Angus beef rump roast at $5.98 a pound. Grocery Cart's own homemade pork sausage is $2.98 a pound. Dole juice blends are 2 for $5, and 4-pound bags of California Navel oranges are $4.98. They've marked a great deal on General Mills cereals as well, 4 for $10. In the bakery, fresh-baked frosted cinnamon roll 4 counts are $2.48. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
If you are looking for the latest techniques, look no further. Team Physical Therapy has skilled therapists that are able to offer you not only manual therapy, expert exercise programs to treat your neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain, but also dry needling. Call 872-5111. Our highly trained staff are here to get you moving again and enjoy life. Call 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. and will save you money too during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
It is 8:25. I feel kind of bad. I think I might have called Chantel from Pizza Hut a little earlier than scheduled, but we were afraid we were going to miss her this morning with wrestling coming up. So my apologies, Chantel, for getting you rousted about here early this morning.
Oh, it's no big deal, Dave.
That's good. Don't hate me forever, all right?
Oh, no, never.
Okay. I know you wanted to get on the air. We missed you earlier in the week. We did go over some things that we thought you might want us to talk about, but now you can do it. What's on your mind with Pizza Hut?
Oh, well, we still got that spicy pizza. Just remember that is a limited time pizza, so if you really are interested in trying that, we do recommend getting that as soon as possible. And remember, that comes in 3 different options. It comes in a double pepperoni, a veggie, or a spicy Hawaiian. That is a very good pizza.
It sounds delicious, and it's available. How long do you think that's going to be around?
I'm thinking it's sticking around for here just a couple more weeks yet.
Okay, so get it while it lasts. I know that you can cover anything else you like, but let's talk a little bit about the help situation. I know you've been training some folks. How's that going?
We've got a couple new trainees in, so once again, all we ask is a little bit of patience so we can make sure that we're getting them trained properly and they understand what's going on. But we are always still looking for some help. We need servers and cooks, and we even still need a driver yet. So if you're interested, you can stop in the store and visit with me, or you can apply online, and we'll get a hold of you as soon as we can.
All right. How about how things are operating? Let's kind of review that. You can do the drive-through. The dining room, I assume, is still closed until you get those folks up and going?
Yes, we have carry-out. We have the drive-through, and we have delivery. The lobby is always open for you guys to come in and place your orders if you would like, as well as to pick up. However, we just don't have our dining room available right now.
Okay. All right. So that's the things I knew that you wanted to talk about. Is there something you had on your mind that you'd like to highlight this morning?
We had a wonderful Mother's Day and Super Bowl. We appreciate everybody being there and coming in, getting your pizza. It was a really smooth year this year. We were very excited.
Good. And we're excited about things ahead for the Pizza Hut. I know nobody wants to get things back on full track more than you and your crew do, but everybody's struggling with that. So if folks out there are looking for work that you mentioned is available, do they come talk to you?
Absolutely. They can come in and visit with me or ask any of my shift managers who are on the floor at the time.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I think that we covered all our bases, Dave.
Well, you know what? I owe you a favor for calling early. So tell me what you want. You want something sent to you in the mail as a gift, or do you want some you want some pizza? What can I do for you?
I think I will be okay on the pizza, Dave.
I imagine so. Thanks so much.
Have a great day, guys.
You too.
You too.
All right. Oh, darn it. I wanted to squeeze that in so we could get Chantel on because we missed her earlier in the week. I think I might have woke her up. Yeah. And, when you work in that business, you work late and you try to sleep in when you can. So I feel a little bad about that. But
yeah. But all we can do is try to offer a truce of pizza.
That's right.
Or a song request. We're big on song requests here in the radio business.
Yeah, I should ask her what song she wanted to hear, but I'm hoping maybe she gets back to sleep.
Yeah.
Gets a little rest. Looks like Rick is here. Let's get him in here. And we'll do that and start our conversation with Rick Nelson from Custer Public Power. He heads that up and find out what's on Rick's mind here this morning. It's 8:29. You're listening to KCNI KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And we're ready to go. Rick looks sharp today, as usual. Come on in, Rick. Don't be shy. There you go. Oh, you brought April with you. Yeah. All right. That's nice. Have a chair, guys.
I brought the brains.
All right. You brought the brains. Well, let me get the camera on you here so we can not only listen to you, but, check out how you're looking today. You look both very sharp, very sharp. Let me go ahead.
We're just going on the fly here, right?
Yeah, we just
all right.
It's 8:29.44. We're right on time.
Perfect.
Yeah, April, grab that microphone.
There you go.
So, April, let's start with you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
What is on your mind at Custer Public Power? What's going on in your office? Because whenever I walk by there, we go to a meeting, and you're in there, and you're just diligently typing on your keyboard or writing something down. What are some of the things that you're covering in there right now?
You know, I'm really getting geared up for stock wells and irrigation billings. We are diligently trying to make all of those changes and making sure that the bills get to the right home, to the right mailbox. And so for anybody out there that still has some changes, we're still taking those changes. So please call in. We want to make sure that we get the right information on the right bill in the right mailbox.
Okay.
So.
Now, Rick's been talking about that, trying to help you out, I think, trying to remind folks to try to do that to make things a little simpler and a little more easy to administrate, right?
Yeah. It's really easy to forget about it because they only come once a month, or once a year, I'm sorry. Once a year. And so it's when you get it in the mail, you're like, oh, I forgot to tell them that. This isn't mine.
It's two leases away or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So we sent a letter out reminding everybody, hey, let us know of your changes, and that has really stirred a lot of conversation. We've gotten a lot in. So I appreciate everybody that's been doing that. But if there's more, please call in.
Okay. All right. Jeremy, do you need to be released from your duties at this time?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm okay.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I've worked ahead on
good.
some things.
Good.
So.
We didn't talk about that, and we're getting ready for wrestling and more basketball, and he's going to go to Hastings next week, and he and Nicole are going to have a baby, and it's just he's kind of busy. Yeah.
My desk can wait.
Okay.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm good.
Wow. Kind of fired up today?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I thought yesterday was Friday all day, so now I'm feeling pretty good because this is really Friday.
Wow. So you came off that adrenaline rush, then you had to pump it back up again.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not too hard. About 4 cups of coffee, and
there you
go.
Go.
Get going. So
I'm about 2 shy of that.
We can bring you in one.
Yeah.
No, I want to talk a little bit about, if you don't mind, and then you cover whatever you like. But I'm, like a lot of people, wondering when it's going to rain.
Oh, boy.
It's really dry out there. I mean, it's dangerously dry.
Yep.
And I know you guys are watching things closely out there as far as your lines and so forth go, and tree limbs and all that sort of things. We don't need a spark, right?
Right. So we're doing what we can. It is really dry out there, which leads me into next summer. Hopefully we get something before now and then. Of course, if you're going to have a drought, the wintertime's the best time to have a drought.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
But let's hope that we get some springtime moisture. If anybody else has any theories on rain, I'd be glad to hear it. But hopefully we get something going. I'm afraid we're talking to some of our customers out there, and they're talking about pre-watering and getting the, there's cracks that they haven't seen cracks in the dirt before, and roads, and it's pretty ugly. But we'll come out of it.
We will. And oddly enough, I was just reading this morning about the heavy storms just to the south of us in Kansas and Oklahoma, and they're getting like an inch an hour and all of this, and we're sitting up here dry.
Ooh,
but to I guess the question then, does that adjust I know you always have a plan. You're a planner, but you talked about people starting those wells up early. If we don't get anything between now and spring, they're going to want to run those pivots sooner than usual by a long shot. And does that affect what you guys do?
Nope. We're ready to go.
Okay.
We're always ready to go on our end. We've done what we could to, over the last 20 years, get everything up to speed, and so I think we're in pretty good shape all over the district. I've been traveling kind of around Nebraska the last couple weeks, and I'm hearing from just about every location that it's pretty well dry, and they haven't been getting anything for moisture. So it's not just our neck of the woods; it's all over. But it's now from a Custer standpoint, we're here, and whenever you turn them on, we're ready to go.
And April, it makes those stock wells even more important if there's no water in the dam come springtime too, doesn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with those irrigation, I encourage you to try to get ahead of it before we get into the actual season and you're trying to play catch up. So, like Rick said, we're ready for you to pre-water if you need to.
All right, and talk to your pivot repairman and service person out there maybe a little sooner on making sure everything's good to go, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of a lot of those guys out in the field already trying to get things going. So, they're definitely get on top of that, and don't wait. It's a funny part. Don't wait till the last day to push the button, and then call us up. Hey, we got to move this pivot in an hour.
Yeah, or there's something wrong with the inside the button or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So, but we'll come out. We'll get it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, make sure that they're checking all their wires, because those panel box, they've sat there all winter, and mice like to find a nice warm place.
They really do.
So I really encourage everyone to get out there and open up those panels, look at them. And
I wonder, I've been reading a little bit about automobiles that have wiring in them that are the coatings made out of soy, and the mice are devouring like entire wire harnesses in cars that have this soy coating on them. Have you heard of that, Jeremy?
Huh.
In fact, I had some relatives that were back last weekend, and they were camping, and they didn't move to the next campsite because some mice got in there and just went crazy eating that wiring.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of like them using soy to do that.
I know, but
that's
you like
weird
the idea, but it just didn't follow through the way they thought.
It must be delicious.
It must be. Speaking of vehicles.
great lead-in, guys. I appreciate that. Wanted to let you guys know that we have incentives to purchase an electric vehicle.
Tell us about it.
So it has to be a brand new electric vehicle, 100% electric, and we will pay you $4,000.
$4,000?
$4,000. And this is through our energy efficiency, efficient electrification, all the funds that we have through MPPD. This is the joint partnership that we will pay for that. We'll pay the $4,000. You have to buy the car, and then we cut you a check. So you're not going to get the money ahead of time. And there's some things you got to do ahead of time just to make sure you're. We got the pre paperwork done. And then
you should probably be our customer.
Yeah, you do have to be a customer.
Well, we are. We're a customer out there. Yeah.
So sorry, City of Broken Bow residents, you're not eligible.
Okay.
But when for that car, you're going to want to put in a charging station in your garage, and that requires wiring and getting it set up. We will help pay for some of that as well.
Really?
Yes. So most houses, unless it's a brand spanking new built house, isn't set up for that. So you're going to have to add wiring. You need a 240 volt plug and those kind of things. So we will help pay for that wiring to get that charger in your garage. And then if you decide to buy a charge point charger, we'll help pay for some of that too.
What do you think of that, Jeremy?
It's a good idea for businesses too, right? Can they put in like a charging station in their parking lot if they wanted to? Is that something?
We do have a commercial charging incentive as well.
Okay.
Again, they've got to be a customer of Custer Power, but that is an option as well.
Cool.
And we're looking at trying to install a charger in a location eventually. So we're trying to get out there as well. But we got to get the cars out there.
Yeah.
We got to get the cars going. So this incentive is a great thing to get that car going.
Well, and it becomes more and more attractive as the amount of distance you can get out of a battery on these cars becomes longer and longer.
Right.
If you get one of the long-distance cars, it's maybe something a little more attractive to those of us out here.
Yep.
You know,
It's kind of the chicken and the egg thing. Well, if I buy one, can I get anywhere and charge? And that's part of what April talked about. We're trying to solve that problem. We've got a DC fast charger in the works coming to our service territory. Hopefully we get that in a good location. And that should be coming probably mid-year this year, up and going. But, you know, charger first or vehicles first. That's the kicker. But
Super Bowl has anything to do about it. We'll all be driving electric cars because about every other commercial was about that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big push on it. Kind of splitting hairs here a little bit, April, but does that work with hybrids, or is it just fully electric cars?
It has to be 100% electric.
Makes sense.
Yep. And if there's someone out there that is toying with the idea, they really haven't had any experience with an electric car, give me a call, make an appointment, and we, Custer Public Power, bought an electric car. So I'm happy to give you a ride, let you get a feel for the car, and see what it's capable of.
Cool. What kind of car did you get?
We got the Ford Mach-E.
Ford Mach-E. Really?
Yes.
Yep.
So it is considered the Mustang. Now, your diehard Mustang fans are a little disappointed.
It doesn't have a piston in it.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
It's a very nice car. Very nice.
Well, we can turn the sound on so it sounds like one, but that's about it.
Well, you know, Rick, going back, you remember you gave my grandson and I a ride in the Chevy electric car a few years ago.
You bet.
I was pretty impressed with the acceleration that it provides. April, does this one get up and go a little bit?
Yes.
That's the thing about electric engines. The torque is unlike anything you can ever imagine. It's instant power.
It's 100% efficient.
Yeah.
To the road.
You're getting your power right to the road, and, you know, people that want to push their foot into the pedal and hear a rumble, you know, you're not going to get that with an electric engine, but you're going to get the power. So if you can get past the fact that it doesn't make a lot of noise, you know, you're going to have plenty of power and speed.
Well, you can turn that little feature on, and inside you can hear it.
It's got speakers in it, make it sound like you're driving a. That's cool.
A pretty good rumble.
Wow, I'll be darned. Now, does it have a shifter? How does that work? Does it?
No, it's a dial.
A dial.
It's a dial.
It's a dial. Oh yeah. It's like
there's no
like turning on the washing machine.
Yeah.
You turn a little dial.
Wow, that's crazy. And then, of course, the graphics in those, I assume, is pretty cool to watch the battery life and how far you can go yet and all of that.
Yeah, it still has your dashboard to monitor those kind of things. It looks like a computer board, but there's still that dashboard. What it also has, though, is a screen larger than just your typical iPad. It's bigger than that, and that's where that replaces your radio dashboard in the Air dashboard. That it's all computerized now on that giant iPad or whatever.
I think a few years ago we were contacted by a company in Canada, and then through the Broadcasters Association, kind of telling us that was going to happen, and then there's a company that will you can get an app or a desktop type of deal where you just push it and you can get the radio, but it's all different now. It's all digital. Cool thing is you can get it anywhere you got an internet connection, right? For I suppose you can you have internet connection with that if you want to have it.
You do.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you can pull down the app. You can probably I haven't tried it, but you could probably pull down the KBBN app.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's cool. But have you? I got to ask you this again. I won't put you on this spot, but you've squealed the tires yet?
I have not squealed the tires. I have seen how fast I could go in a short amount of time. I think you could ask Rick about the squealing tires.
Oh, Rick.
I've heard that when you're in reverse, you have a better chance of squealing tires than if you're going forward.
I'll be darned.
Interesting.
Because of the way it's set up for traction?
Mm-hmm.
Does it handle pretty well, guys?
So yes, the answer is yes.
Beautifully.
The batteries are on the bottom, and of course the whole thing is the whole bottom. So your center of gravity is much lower, and so yeah, it handles well.
Well, I was thinking when you first started, April, about the $4,000 check that you'll cut, and then of course you mentioned helping with installing the charger and so forth. You know, being the Jack Benny type person I am, I'm thinking, well, $4,000 that would kind of knock down some taxes on the actual purchase of the car, which is always kind of a shock when you buy a new one.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Depends on how you want to use that, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to be able to pay the taxes.
Yeah. So you probably, it sounds like a lot of fun, and Jeremy and I would love to take a test drive, but really you want to put people that are interested in maybe seeing what the car's like, maybe with the intention of purchasing one now or a little bit later on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have the car to educate.
Uh-huh.
We, out here, we don't have that opportunity of just going down to the car dealership and testing out an electric car.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we have it. We want people to learn about them. We want them to know what they're capable of, what they're not capable of. How you can sneak up on a mouse and they never even realize it.
Oh boy. Yep.
Yeah. And so that way you could kill them and they wouldn't eat the wiring.
Well, I got a picture of one.
Sorry, that brought up, I was going somewhere with that.
Yeah.
We'll let Rick go if he wants to.
No.
But that car really is about education.
Mm-hmm.
In the wintertime, you don't have as many miles. Cold weather affects the batteries. Now, I would love to have snow because I haven't been able to drive it on snow yet. I've heard that they handle beautifully, though, because they are equally balanced and they're heavy.
Mm-hmm. That weight on the bottom.
And so they handle beautifully on the snow and the ice. Now, you still have to be careful. You still have to be a responsible driver.
Mm-hmm.
But they handle very well on it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that's exciting to have one that people can put their hands on and get a feel of and make that decision based on actual being able to see it firsthand rather than on a TV screen or computer screen.
Yep.
All right. It's here now? You're driving it?
We've been driving it.
No, this is just an idea, guys, but if you want to, we could put our call letters on the car and take it to ball games and things and advertise. You could put Custer Public Power on it, and we could test it for you.
Yeah.
You think, Jeremy?
Yeah, our sports crew probably puts about 50,000 miles on each of our cars every year. It's a lot of billboard time.
Yeah, that would a lot of good advertising for you guys.
Sounds like an opportunity for somebody to use a rebate.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad you kind of told us about that today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was walking out of the office and April says, "Hey, why don't you talk about the EV incentives?" I'm like, "Nah, how about you?"
Yeah.
So we came out. There was a NPPD meeting yesterday. I don't know if any of that was covered, but it's stuff that's evolving. There's a lot of stuff coming out from the federal side with the EV chargers, the EV infrastructure, and we've got a really, really good grant for this DC fast charger. It's a ton of money, but if we use incentives right, if we use grants right, the cost to the ratepayers minimal, and so that's kind of the reason we're moving forward with some of this. And we did buy the Mustang, as April said, as a educational tool, it's a little tough to talk about it if you don't have experience. And one thing I will mention, a lot of people worry about, you got to turn the heater on, you got to turn the air conditioning on, you can't have the radio on. What I've seen driving down the road and actually sitting with the electric vehicle is that accessories part is a very, very small part of that battery, what's being used. And so it's not as, if you're running out of battery and you shut the air conditioner off because you want to make, it's not going to make a big difference. So it's kind of like driving down the road and you're almost on empty. If you roll the windows down, you're going to create more wind resistance than if you keep the air conditioner on.
Talking about cost, anybody who's filled up their gas tank here lately, if they have any size of a tank at all, they're looking at a $75 fill up, which bites pretty hard. And now, you have vehicles that you can punch a button and it tells you how far you can go on that tank of gas, approximately. So I'm thinking the one I'm driving will be just under 400 miles, 390 miles or 405 or something like that. How many miles do they project that you can get on a charge, April, or do you know yet?
If I were to step into the Mach-E right now, it would probably give me about 230 miles.
Okay.
With the colder weather, they encourage you to start that car while it's charging to warm the battery up.
Oh.
If you can get that battery warm before you actually start driving it, you'll save miles.
Okay.
But you just get out in the cold weather. They're saying that it drops about 30% just in the cold weather. Having that battery warm might maybe 20%. I don't know what the difference is, but so if nothing else, until the infrastructure gets out, until the long range mileage is built into those cars, these are awesome commuter cars.
I was going to say
they are awesome.
Yeah.
I live 30 miles away. I took the car for 2 weeks and I drove it back and forth to work. I only had to charge it once during the week.
That's what, it's not going to work for somebody that has to be on the road for hours on end every single day. But, like I drive a Jeep that gets 11 miles a gallon. And, I drive 1.5 miles to work every day, a tank of gas, even though my gas tank is only 13 gallons, lasts me 2.5 weeks. I could probably drive for 2 months on one battery charge. What I see, one of the knocks on electric vehicles is the range. They're like, well, I can fill up my small 4-cylinder engine and get 400 some miles. I'm like, well,
it's $80.
It's $80 no matter how long it takes you to use it. Or you can charge twice. You plug it in when you get into your garage at night, and then you're good for over a month, and it's a fraction of the cost. So
with the DC fast charger, going from 20 to 80% is anywhere between 20 and 30, 35 minutes maybe.
Wow. Really? That's fast.
Yeah. So we don't, we've had some experience because we take the Mach-E down and we'll charge it in Grand Island or Lincoln, the fast charger. In those locations, it doesn't take very long to go from 20% to 80%. But the DC fast chargers are not meant to go to 100 to protect the life of the battery. Once it gets to 80%, then it bumps back down to a 6 to 10 kilowatt range instead of 150, and that's just a sense of power. It slows down, so to get that last 20% to full would probably take a couple hours at least. But it does get you, the charge when you're traveling is not to get to 100%, but to get you down the road a little bit.
Well, I think, like you say, commuting or I assume that probably your mileage doesn't change when you're driving in town as compared to the highway, which with most automobiles, gas-powered, you're getting your best mileage when you're out on the interstate or two-lane driving the speed limit, but you don't do as well around town. So you know, if you had a
it's probably opposite of that.
Yeah.
So your best mileage that you get, I just read this, is when you're at 30 miles an hour or less.
So you're running around
That's
town.
the optimal. And when you're coming up and braking, that adds to it. So there's some charging that's happening when
you
you're
brake.
driving it. Yep.
Ah, man. Well, that's exciting. Now, we've got 5 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to highlight besides the car? Because I think we could talk about it another half hour.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So, you know, when I come on the radio show, that's the other reason why I brought April. So I would save that come in and change your address thing till right now, and probably everybody's tuned off. She hit it right off the bat, so that's...
Well, you do it twice, right?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It is pretty important to get those addresses changed. It's a real pain for us, and it doesn't. You know, if you get that showing up in your mailbox, it's like, whoa,
yeah,
no.
Well, like April said, maybe you don't remember it till you get the bill, and you go, well, we changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months ago, or yeah. Yep.
So they just call in or talk to you about it? Is that the best way to do it? Or
yeah, just call into the office. The ladies they've got their sheet of paper that they're going to ask you a bunch of questions and gather all the information we can get.
Okay.
How are we doing with people using our app in order to get their stuff?
You know, we've got some people that have engaged and they love the app. Here's a brief story. On the app, you can actually look at your daily usage, even before it's billed. You can look at what you've been doing every day. And we had an update in our meter software, and there was a glitch, and so that data wasn't getting to that smart hub. And I had calls. I had people calling and saying, I look at this on a regular basis. It's not there. Why isn't it there? And it frustrated me because it wasn't there, but it made me feel so good that people are paying attention to that. Yeah. And it's a fantastic thing. If you're trying to watch what you're doing, or you're trying to monitor, maybe you think something's wrong, looking at that on a daily basis will give you a clue as to whether or not it's going down or if it's continued going up. And you can think about, what was the weather like yesterday? It was 1 degree. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of usage on that day. So,
or I did laundry, or I did, yep.
Yeah, I was home and I did a ton of baking.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a lot more people out there that are not signed up. I encourage as many people to get into it. You don't have to pay your bill on it. That's a little bit of a misconception. You don't have to pay your bill. You can just get on there and look. And
just use it as a monitoring device.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly.
All right.
A lot of good information on there, though. Lots and lots of information.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in.
You
Appreciate
bet.
it. Come back and see us, April. You're always welcome. And good luck with the car. If you need some testing, I know Jeremy Shipe would help you with the testing on that. He likes cars.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You betcha.
It's got a trunk in the front, too, doesn't it? Is that one of those ones you open storage in the front?
Yep.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just for a suitcase or two?
Small one.
Yeah.
Small one? Tackle box?
There you go.
There you go.
Come back and see us.
You bet.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll catch up on some news. Before long, we'll be going to Omaha for state wrestling coverage.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Ukraine's foreign minister is accusing Russia of spreading disinformation as world leaders meet over fears of an invasion. Secretary of State Blinken in Munich.
The facts are that despite what Russia has said in recent days about pulling back forces from the border, that has not happened. On the contrary, we see additional forces going to the border, including leading-edge forces that would be part of any aggression.
Violent winds blamed for the death of at least one person in Ireland. Parts of the roof have been ripped off at London's O2 Arena. The BBC's Moira Alderson.
Trains and ferries have been suspended, schools closed, and millions of people in England and Wales told to remain at home. The British government has said the army is on standby to support those affected.
In the U.S., more than 100 cars involved in a pileup east of Peoria after a brutal winter storm swept through the Midwest. This driver posted video.
There's gas pouring out bad. This is not safe.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
Taking a peek at the NBA from last night, the Clippers were the final game to wrap up in their 142-111 triumph against the Rockets, where Marcus Morris Sr. put up 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo was 1 assist shy of a triple-double in a loss for the Bucks against the 76ers, 123-120. This one was in Milwaukee, and Joel Embiid with a 42-point performance. The Mavericks overwhelmed the Pelicans 125-118. Luka Doncic pouring in 49 points along with grabbing 15 rebounds, and a victory for the Wizards on the road against the Nets 117-103, while the Heat prevail past the Hornets 111-107 in double overtime. Kyle Lowry 25 points.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, will sunny to partly cloudy conditions, with winds becoming gusty out of the west at 15 to 25, high temperatures working up into the upper 50s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy will drop to a low in the upper teens. For Saturday, abundant sunshine reaching a high of 56, and still very mild even into your Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy climbing to 63. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
Currently 36 degrees here at Broken Bow, thanks to Custer Electric and Irrigation for bringing us news at 9 and weather at 9. We want to take time out here this morning before we go to Omaha with the coverage for the state wrestling tournament, day 2, thanking our sponsors. So we'll be doing that here in just a little bit. Right now, got a little music for you from Boston on the
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness? Modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
9 past the hour of 9 o'clock, 36 degrees outside. Dave Burney with you here on The Breakfast Show. A reminder, tomorrow, on Sunday, the Daytona 500 gets underway. 500 miles, 800 left turns. It's the 64th running of the Daytona 500. The Great American Race gets underway at 1:30 Central, I believe it is. And Denny Hamlin has already claimed 3 checkered flags, favored a 17-2 odds to win this one. Stock car racing, that seems a little strong, but we'll see. That's on Sunday, and that really kicks off the stock car season in a real way. I want to also remind you that the United Methodist Scholarship Roast Beef Dinner is coming up on Sunday, February 27th as well, from 5 until 7 p.m. Adults are $10. They'll have the COVID-style pickup like they did last time around. It worked really well. Advanced tickets are also helpful. And you can contact Bo Bootery, United Methodist Church Office, Dick Taylor or Rex Taylor to get your tickets in advance. Bo Bootery would be the easiest probably. Their number is 872-5621. The church is 872-5963. You can get a hold of Dick Taylor at 870-0564 or Rex Taylor at 880-2425. And that is February 27th. Not this Sunday, February 27th, the United Methodist Scholarship Roast Beef Dinner coming up on Sunday, February 27th. Daytona is this Sunday. All right, let's check out our list here of businesses that are going to be bringing you wrestling today, and many of them on Saturday as well. We'd like to thank Liza Simonson, CPA, Gardner Lusenheiser, and Ryan PC, Grazer's Bar and Grill, Prairie Eye Care, Duda Plumbing, OneQuest Incorporated, Broken Bow Livestock Drew Gaffney, A to Z Lawn Pro and Landscaping, Rocks Underground, Thomas Livestock, Trotter Service in Broken Bow, Sandhills Custom Creations, First State Insurance in Arnold, Muddy Creek Ag, Ranchland Ford, Evans Feed in Broken Bow and Oconto, Ollie's Coffee and Boutique in Sargent, Agland ATV, Sandhills Motors, Agribest Feeds in Callaway, 8-to-1 Auto Repair, Christian Electric, Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Mackey's Grocery, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, Pate's Farm Service, Consolidated, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Dewey's Implement and Welding up in Myrna, Downey Well Drilling, Team Physical Therapy, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, and the One Box Convention Center and Tri-S Ag. That's some of the folks who are bringing it to you. We'll cover the rest before we go to coverage this morning here on KBBN 95.3 FM.
Breaking news. Nebraska Farm Bureau endorses Republican Jim Pillen. Here's Mark McHarg, president of Nebraska Farm Bureau.
Hi, this is Mark McHarg. Nebraska Farm Bureau is proud to endorse conservative Republican Jim Pillen. Jim's agricultural roots run deep. He understands the challenges facing farm and ranch families because he's one of us. Jim Pillen has a proven record of results, building a successful, family-owned business right here in Nebraska, creating more than 1,000 Nebraska jobs. And Jim has always defended our family values. Jim is a conservative who will fight to fix our broken tax code, control spending, grow our economy, and create a more prosperous future for all Nebraskans. Jim Pillen has the integrity, experience, and vision needed to keep Nebraska great. and help our ag producers succeed. Join Nebraska Farm Bureau members in supporting Jim Pillen for governor.
Paid for by Jim Pillen for governor.
9:13. Jeremy is back in the studio after helping April record some ads for the electric car at Custer Public Power.
Yeah, those electric car programs, they'd love for you to contact them about. And also, she recorded an ad that has to do with electric lawnmower incentives, which they can help you out with as well once we get into lawnmower season. So listen for that coming soon as well. Just like any other electric motor, lots of power. And if you have a smaller yard and can do it with an electric battery, you can make some money doing it.
Yeah, and you don't have any problems starting it.
Yeah, or having to store gas cans in your garage.
Yeah, mine are outside right now.
Yeah.
I started smelling a lot of fumes, and I thought, that's not good.
Might be time for a new gas can.
Yeah, it might be. Well, there's two of them. I wonder which one is the culprit. Well, we'll get to that later. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, Jeremy has some more sponsors that we're going to thank here for our wrestling coverage this morning.
Are you a farmer or rancher in the U.S. interested in a new revenue stream that is guaranteed for 10 years? Agoro Carbon Alliance's national team of carbon farming experts can show you how by implementing simple practice changes like no-till, cover cropping, and grazing management. Contact your local on-the-ground Agoro Carbon agronomist by visiting agorocarbonalliance.com. Agoro Carbon Alliance offers farmers and ranchers across the U.S. a new revenue stream guaranteed for 10 years with upfront payments for simple practice changes like implementing no-till, cover crops, and grazing management, providing local on-the-ground agronomic support backed by a national team of carbon farming experts. Start your carbon cropping journey today at agorocarbonalliance.com.
9:15 is our time. We have just enough time to thank the rest of our sponsors and get ready for coverage from Omaha.
All right. Thank you to Phil and Chill in Ansley and Ravenna, Sand Hills Golf Club, Tumbleweed Cafe, Livia's Boutique, and R&R Welding, Midwest Partitions in Thedford, the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Med Clinics, Clark Dental, the Brett and Michelle Miller Ranch, Acres Equipment, Quick Stop in Mullen, Rain Dance Repair, Western Nebraska Bank in Thedford, Custer Public Power District, Sandhill Oil, Eggleston Oil of Oconto, Kirkpatrick Cleaning Solutions, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Sargent Irrigation, the Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo, Sargent Pack, First State Bank of Mullen, Harsh Mercantile, Gateway Motors, BD Broken Bow, Central Nebraska Diesel, The Grocery Cart, Sandhills Physical Therapy, Bailey Crop Service, Citizens Bank, Baco Transfer, Bowie Fertilizer of Miller, Varney Health Mart and Seven Valleys Health Mart, Trotter Fertilizer Broken Bow, Insurance of the Heartland, Power Solutions, Frontier Family Pharmacy, Geared for Sports, Custer Federal State Bank, Hunter's Towing, Fixed Right Auto, KC Trucking, Aero Aviation, Meade Lumber, Bruning Bank, Shelter Insurance Agent Brent Custer, Palmer Monument, and Central Nebraska Electric. Lots of great sponsors helping bring you hours upon hours of wrestling coverage today on KBBN.
All right, thank you very much, Jeremy. We'll get a little music going from the Crash Test Dummies, and we'll get the broadcast going from Omaha. That's all coming up next.
Sounds good.
Thank you.